Last summer, more than 4,500 people participated in a walk that raised $550,000 for type 1 diabetes research. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. The annual JDRF Walk attracts people from all over to Omaha to benefit both adults and kids living with the disease.
Yeah, here to tell us more are Chris Dunn and Jenna Moulton. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you guys.
Thanks for having us.
JDRF, and we were talking about this, chatting about this earlier, but JDRF, it is the community of people that support the foundation is incredible. But explain what JDRF does.
So JDRF is the leading global funder of type 1 research. So the goal is to progressively reduce the impact of type 1 diabetes until we can cure it. And so basically we're looking to cure, treat, and prevent type 1 diabetes.
And what is type 1 diabetes and the warning signs?
So type 1 diabetes is basically an autoimmune disease. It cannot be prevented with lifestyle changes, diet, or exercise. Basically, for some reason, the immune system turns on and attacks the insulin producing cells in the pancreas and then just doesn't turn off. And so then the person's body no longer produces insulin, and so that person is now basically on insulin as life support, whether it be through shots or an insulin pump, and they will be on that for life until we can find a cure.
Yeah, and sometimes it runs in families because there is a genetic indication, isn't there?
There is. So I have 4 children, and 2 of my children are living with type 1. My other 2 children have been tested, and so far they do not have type 1, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that that will continue. But it's just important for families that, to be aware of the warning signs of type 1. So extreme thirst, the frequent urination, irritability, those would all be signs that we would want to be tested.
Well, this walk is a great way to raise awareness. Tell us about it, and what is the JDRF One Walk?
Sure, absolutely. So the JDRF One Walk is an opportunity for the type 1 community to come out, raise awareness, and raise funds for type 1 research. Over the past several years, JDRF was started in 1970. JDRF has committed $2 billion to type 1 research.
Oh, wow.
And we've made more progress in the past 12 months than we've made in the past 40 years.
Wow, just keep cranking up the research and fundraising.
Exactly. So we just want to raise the funds to keep that research progressing and get to our ultimate goal of a cure.
Yeah, Jenna, you're fairly new to JDRF. Within the last year, tell us your story.
Yes, so it does not run in our family that we know of. We missed the warning signs. We didn't know anything about the warning signs. They're very obvious once you know. So we just took her in for extreme thirst and grumpiness.
How is your daughter? How old is she?
She just turned 4. So Sunny Lou, she just turned 4. She was diagnosed 1 year ago tomorrow. So her 1-year anniversary, diversary is what we call it, is tomorrow. And we really didn't know anything about type 1 or the JDRF. Our first experience was the One Walk last year. We were fairly newly diagnosed, maybe 6 weeks in, very lonely. We felt isolated. We went to our first event, which was the One Walk, and so much support and so many people there to support us, to encourage us, to educate us. And it was an amazing experience.
You just really took her in because she was thirsty all the time? That was the only...
Thirsty, wetting the bed, little grumpy. I mean, she just turned 3. Never thought anything.
Never would have thought.
So we were in the hospital for probably 4 or 5 days after that.
Well, I'm happy that you caught it.
Yes, us too.
Yes, absolutely. Now, how are funds raised?
So with the walk, families can go out and solicit donations from their family and friends. My kids always hold a lemonade stand in our driveway, garage sales. There's also a corporate side, so corporate teams can sponsor as well and raise funds through their organization and sponsorships, and so there's lots of ways that people can contribute.
Now, people can still get involved with this, and then where does the money go?
So 80% of every dollar raised for JDRF goes directly to research. So that is one of the most efficient nonprofits that is out there. So it's nice to know that the donations are going directly to the research. And so people can get involved by just visiting our website and signing up as a walker or just donating.
And that website is walk.jdrf.org/Omaha. And the One Walk will be on Saturday, August 19th at 8 a.m. at Lewis and Clark Landing.
Plenty of time to get involved, to get signed up for this thing, and get involved with JDRF.
Exactly.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks for sharing your stories as well.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.